Hello and welcome to Village in Motion. I'm Marcia Boyles and I'm delighted to begin this segment with Outpatient Rehab. And we're going to be talking today to Anju Sharma, who is a physical therapist.
Yes.
Anju, you have been down in outpatient rehab for, did you tell me 5 years?
5 years.
5 years, okay. And you've been in this profession for a long time.
Yes, 37 years.
37. You must have started at 5?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
I was a smart one.
You must have been quite precocious. Did you do your training here?
My initial training I did in New Delhi, India. And then over here I finished my doctorate in physical therapy.
You know, it always surprises me that physical therapists, so many of them now do have, it's actually the entry requirement,
Entry
isn't
level,
it?
yes.
To have a doctorate. Where did you do your doctoral studies?
I did from Mesa, Arizona, A.T. Still University.
Okay, good. All right. Well, let us talk about physical therapy and the kinds of things that I think most people are aware pretty much of what you do down there in Hunter's Crossing, down on the terrace level. You have how many physical therapists down there? 5 or 6?
It depends, but most of the time we have at least 3 PTs and at least 1 or 2 assistants.
All right, and also you have occupational therapists?
We have occupational therapists and we have speech therapists.
And speech therapists, all right. You and I had been talking before the program about the Loud and Big program.
Yes.
And let's talk a little bit about that. This is designed for folks with Parkinson's.
Yes.
And tell us what Loud and Big signifies here.
Loud is mostly is done by speech therapist, and it's about the voice, because in Parkinson's disease, the voice gets affected.
The voice becomes very soft.
Soft. So basically they work on the loudness and articulation. And also they work on expressions on the face.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
Now, does one's ability to express diminish?
Yes,
in
with
Parkinson's? I didn't realize that.
I mean, they can express, but the facial expressions kind of diminish. So they are trained to do that, speech therapists, through Loud program. And as a PT and OTs also do this, they do Big program, which is kind of based on the same program, which is Big program, LSVT. LSVT is a Lee Silverman voice treatment, which started around 1983. And it is based on 25 years of research and NIH supported. And then, so the Loud came first and then came Big. And Big is mostly based on working on movements of Parkinson's patients, because
Movements. Now,
so
is this all movements?
it's movements, walking, and moving in the bed, and their ADL stuff, and also fine motor stuff like buttoning and other stuff.
Okay. And that begins to diminish over time with Parkinson's.
Yes, because of they get a little tighter, and over time the control gets lower and the posture goes more flexed. So we also in PT through a Big program, we have the exercise regime that's done 4 times a week for 1 hour for 4 weeks. So it's total 16 sessions. So in that we go through which works actually on their posture, their walking, their speed of walking, and their transfers. So we kind of, it is all applied to the body, basically, the movements which are related to anything which the movements are needed for transfers, walking, and dressing up, fine motor stuff. So we basically, that's what the exercises are for.
All right, so this is an established program that you go through. Okay. By the time they are finished, are there measurable changes?
Yes, we have testing that we do, before and after, and also during, like mid-treatment. So that kind of is a standardized testing, so we can see if how much is getting better, and the patients can see the improvement. So they we do their gait, we take a video of their gait, they can see themselves before and after. So it's kind of, that encourages them to do the therapy at home, because the days they don't come, they have to still do those exercises at home. So homework is very important, and once they get discharged from outpatient therapy, they still have to do those every day, which is about half an hour exercises every day. So basically, it's a very intense and aggressive program, but it really works. And most people that I worked, actually everybody I worked, have shown improvement.
Once you go through that program and then you continue those daily exercises at home?
Yes.
Do people maybe a year or two later go through the program again?
Yes, they can.
They can.
Yes.
Okay. You know, that really sounds like a terrific program, and clearly Medicare would cover this.
Yes, they do, and we actually we have patients can come after 6 months also.
To go through the whole program again?
Yes, or more like a refresher. So they come back and we can assess them again, and sometimes in 6 months they might feel, I'm not doing that well, maybe I need to go back and check my exercises. So they can come back and we can assess them again, and if they need to go through this again, we go through again, and we might have to adapt some exercises for them, because Parkinson's is a progressive disease. So over time, their ability gets a little bit lower in doing things. So we always adapt those exercises for them so that they can keep doing them and maintain their functional mobility to the max possible.
All right. Well, that sounds like a really excellent kind of program. How many patients are you seeing on a regular basis?
Not that many. We're seeing sometimes 1 or 2, and sometimes I have nobody coming through the program. So we want more patients to approach us and go through this program and actually take advantage of our certification and our expertise over here, because this is a very good program. And anybody at any stage of Parkinson's disease can come, and we can treat them.
Anju, what do you think is the reason that you're not getting more patients?
Well, I don't know if a lot of patients who have Parkinson's are aware that we have this program here.
Now, we should probably back up and say that there is a pretty good-sized Parkinson's support group here at Green Spring.
Yes.
I believe Dave Anderson heads that group up, and he also is excellent. He's a resident here with
wonderful.
Parkinson's. Yeah, he really is a former hospital administrator. And have you spoken to the Parkinson's group here?
Yeah, I've been in the group a couple times, and I think the older folks who've been here, they are aware of it, but the new patients who come, new people who come, residents come here, I don't know if they're aware of that. So for them to, so it needs continuous education, and we try to go in that group every time. If it's not me, someone else. And Lily is also another PT who is certified in that. So.
All right, so it's the two of you, you and Lily, down at Outpatient Rehab.
Yes.
Now, Lily is sometimes over at Garden Ridge.
Yes, she is.
Okay, all right. Do you have any idea how many folks here have Parkinson's?
That I can't tell, but I've been in the group and I've seen 25 to 30 people at least come through the group every time I've gone through.
One of the things that it has always seemed to me is that there are far more men than women with Parkinson's. Do you have any reason, any knowledge of the reason for that?
That part I don't know. So I don't think there's any particular reason for that. But I've seen, I don't even know if that's true, if the men get it more than females, but yes, we do see more men.
Yeah, one of the things that I believe is involved with Parkinson's sometimes is Agent Orange from the Vietnam War.
And that could be it,
and so that may be involved. I don't have any idea among our population. I never asked Dave that.
Yeah.
But I would be curious to know.
Me too. I have no idea. And I don't remember seeing any reason why males get more than females. I have no idea.
Yeah, you know, just as a general rule, I wouldn't think that there would be a difference, but I think that I'm not sure, but I think that could be
Agent
involved.
Orange could be, yes.
Anju, what kind of certification is involved here? Who grants that certification?
We go through LSVT global program. Who certified? They have a faculty, and they certify professionals all over the country and all over the world. And currently, I think there are 10,000 certified LSVT for the big program and allowed through them. And then we have to recertify every 2 years.
Oh, you do?
Yes, we do.
So are you taking continuing education?
Yes, for that, yes, which I just recently did, because there are new things coming up, and it's good to go back and recertify, and that's done. So we have to do that every 2 years, and they also give us a lot of education online. So almost every a month or couple months, they have something online, and we get online with other professionals, and we ask questions, and it's like learning who has done what and what's working and what's not working, and so it's a very good program. Yes.
So it's constantly being modified to one degree or another.
Yes.
Oh, gosh, that's a wonderful kind of program.
Yes.
Is APTA involved with that at all?
I'm sure they are. APTA, it's certified, so it's an evidence-based program.
Are all individuals certified in this physical therapist?
Yes. No, they can be occupational therapists too, for big.
Oh, they can be occupational therapists as well?
Yes, they can be. The OTs and PTs both go for big. For loud, only speech therapists.
Only speech pathologists.
Yes.
I know that the speech pathologist, Heather, that has been working for years down at Outpatient Rehab, is now an administrator, I think, isn't she?
Yes.
And is there now a speech pathologist down there?
We don't have anyone doing loud right now. So currently we don't, but I'm sure they're planning on getting someone certified.
I was going to say, are they in the process of recruiting?
Sure. Yes.
I've always had the sense that most of the therapists, OTs, PTs, and speech pathologists, were in fairly short supply.
It's a good profession to be in, right?
Yes, exactly right. Particularly with Medicare subsidizing all of these programs.
Definitely.
Well, is there anything else exciting and interesting and new going on in outpatient rehab?
The same old stuff.
Same old.
Yeah, same stuff. But it's always exciting, to work with our patients. We have wonderful clientele here, so we just enjoy working with them.
Well, let me tell you, as a customer both at Garden Ridge Outpatient Rehab and in Hunter's Crossing for many months, I was terribly appreciative. My goodness, it just made all the difference. And the attitude of the therapist is just marvelous. I mean, they give you pep talks and applaud your, every improvement.
Keep you laughing, and we have a very good team. I have to say that.
Absolutely.
Wonderful team.
And a team that's been, the individuals have been down there for years.
Yes.
Most of them, haven't they?
Yes, and most of them know everybody by name, and they have known them for years. I've been here 5 years, and I already know a lot of people. So you kind of see everybody off and on in therapy, and then in the hallways. So you become like family.
Yes, it feels that way down there.
Yes.
There's a wonderful attitude.
Yes, thank you.
Well, Anju, thank you so much for coming in today. This has been most interesting.